I remember a little while ago we started out with this wall here and we cut around the power box. Well, we cut around it. We did this area here. What we have left to roll is just right up there and right here. So we're going to do that rolling now since we have the roller in place and ready to go. However, I think I'll fill this in right here with strokes by the brush and just do this area and that area with the roller. And then what can also be done is there with the roller, that space there. So we're starting little sections. Starting this little section that carried us into the bathroom, and then we ended up doing the bathroom. Now we're back to the section that we started, and that is nearly prepared. So now we'll do a few strokes here with the brush to get this little area. There, that should do. Now we're ready for the roller. So, here's the roller. We'll get it filled with some paint now. If it doesn't roll very well, you can always just turn it over and try it that way. You want to get paint on the whole thing, and once you have enough, it will begin to roll. There. Now we'll roll some of the paint off of the roller. Okay, now let's see what we can do here. You want to try and get your strokes fairly even if you can. And again, the paint that you're using should match the paint that you cut with. I'm hoping this one does. It was a used can. Hopefully it had the right lid on it, not the wrong lid. Now again, you should have better lighting than what is here. The day's getting on a bit, but nevertheless. Better lighting helps, and this is not the best lighting. Okay, now we'll do a little bit above. We're going to go so far, then we're going to have to go on the ladder. We'll get right up just about a little above the door. Now all this has been cut already, so it should be okay when it dries. Alright. Now we'll just get a little bit more of this in the tray, but we got to get the ladder out, so I'm going to move it now. Move the tray and set the tray down elsewhere. Okay. Now here's the ladder. And we're ready to go. Okay, so here we go now, just getting a little bit more paint on the roller. Now we're ready to go. If you see any drips, you can always get them. You get the hang of it once you start using it and doing it. Okay, that should do. We have already cut it, so it should be fine. I'll scoot the ladder over just a little bit more. You don't have enough paint still on the roller to do okay. So we'll see. Okay, here we go. Good enough for now. Now you'll notice there's a little ridge here on the paint tray. You can usually stick your roller there and it will stop by itself and sit just before the dip of paint. Okay, now I see a little spot here where there seems to be a little drip, so we're going to take care of that. We'll use the cutting brush. And now that drip is no more. Okay, very good. Now, we started another whole section over here. I don't think that I cut up there beyond there very much, so I'm going to cut a little bit up there. So now we're getting our experience with cutting and we see where it goes and where it leads to. I'll just transfer the bucket to here. We'll just do a little bit more cutting right up here. Of course, this is manila tape, so you can't really, after it dries a bit, you can't really tell where you've been too much. It's not too much of a mark. But now that's bent up. It's been cut. Okay. And we'll just cut also just a little bit more along here. Because we see here the brush is better than the roller. There's too small a space for the roller to fit in. And we'll just cut all the way down. There. I might as well cut around the light switch there. So just like before, just going right to the edge. There we go, that's enough. Now there's another switch here and there's a gap in between, and this has not been taped or taken off. So we'll deal with that. We'll see that's enough there for now, and when we're ready for another step or for something else, we'll come back. Alrighty, see you in a few.